All right, so let's get started thinking about good things, pleasant things. What makes you smile until your cheeks hurt? What makes you laugh until you fall over? And what makes you feel real good, like you're floating on a cloud? Let's think about that. Let's think about that. Let's think about that. Okay, so today it's tea time. And so I got a little time to spend with you. Not too much time because, of course, I'm a night owl. And so I want to get this to you before tomorrow comes in. But I was thinking about what to share because we're still in November and November's drawing down to the end. And I was trying to think about what I wanted to share because, I have a lot of videos about how to do the manifestation steps that I was going to do with you tonight. However, I already gotten through that, and you can see that on a bunch of my videos. And I'll leave some. I'll go ahead and leave a link to that so that you can do your vision board. But there are things that you have to do before you do your vision board. So I'll leave a link to that. And it's important to do that in the next few days. We're still in that 11/11 energy. It's still, it's been a week or so, but you still want to go ahead and do that now. We got a moon about to happen like tomorrow, I believe. And so, yeah, it's good to go ahead and do that. Now, you already should have set your intention, and so just click that link and we go further into it so that you can go ahead and complete your vision board this month. All right, I'll suggest you do that now. Like, do that for the next. This is the assignment for the rest of the month. Instead of focusing on, your urges and trying to stay away from, having sex and other things sexual, go ahead and do that. Go ahead, complete the steps for doing your vision board so that by the last day of the month, you have completed your vision board. So for this weekend, go ahead and do the rest of the steps. All right. So that's the assignment. Okay. So, but that's not what I'm going to talk about tonight. All right. So talking about relationships because a lot of us, that's just what we are going toward. We're single and we are going toward our person, our partner, whether it's somebody that we already have in our lives or somebody yet to show up in our lives. We're going toward our life partner. And so we're waiting. And so relationship is what we concentrate on in the meantime. We have to learn about that stuff, right? So I've been and I'll continuously talk about relationships. And there's a couple things that have been on my mind as far as relationships are concerned. And the one thing I want to talk about is saying my name. Now, say my name. Y'all might be familiar with, just the term because that's a popular song. It's kind of old school now. Say my name. It's something that women might say, from time to time. Men who've been in relationships, you may have heard that. And it's kind of important. Now, say my name. It's not just something that women say. It's not just because it's a song. It's due to a woman needing to be secure in a relationship. Now, men need this as well. So it's not just about women, but it's important for whoever you are with to be able to say your name. And so you say my name. And so I know what we first think about when we hear that is the song, okay? Because it was so popular of a song. And so you might be, that might have come to mind as soon as I said it. But it's about the security of the relationship. And we all need to have that security in our relationship. And so that's part of it. So what saying somebody's name is about is when they're communicating. A person that you're interested in, you're dating, is communicating with you, around you, or something like that, and um, they can talk for time, and then they haven't said your name, and they haven't said the things that they usually say to you, and some time has elapsed, and you're wondering like what's going on, like they haven't said my name. And so I guess it can be an insecurity thing, but it comes down to the safety of the relationship, the security in the relationship. When a person wants to hear you say their name, they need that security from you that everything's cool. It's about, like I said, the safety of the relationship. And everybody needs this. This is when we know that a person has committed, to us in a relationship. So you say somebody's name when you are serious. It it shows the seriousness of the person, that is saying the name. It's similar to when, it's not only when it's a communication thing. This is over the phone. It's over, you know, um, maybe a video chat or something like that, when that is usually said. However, this is in person too, when you are going somewhere and you come across somebody and the person is introducing, like, hey, I haven't seen you, and you are with this person and you're waiting for the introduction. And there's another time where that say my name is comes into play, because how you're introduced says a lot about what that person is thinking about you, as far as the relationship is concerned that you're having, the connection that you're having is concerned. So if they introduce you without saying or referencing you being in some kind of connection, then you'll feel away, because that says a lot. If a person just introduces you as a friend and you think that it should be more than that said, then there's a problem that you would have with that introduction. So saying my name that's where all of that comes in. And so we want people to express that they are serious about us. We want a person to claim us. And I know people don't like, that term, somebody claiming you, but it's like, that's how you know somebody's serious. So when somebody claims you, they are saying, this is the person that I'm in a relationship with. This is the person that I am with. This is the person that is my future wife. This is the person that's my future husband. And that is a way that we are able to know how this person feels about us, because they're expressing it. And they're not expressing it only to us. They're expressing it to, whoever's around. They're expressing it to the world. And so saying my name is kind of that way. Now, when someone doesn't, want to express a name, and I'm just using that as an example, like if a person doesn't go ahead and claim you, the person doesn't introduce you as, you think it should be, then they show that they're not serious about you. They show that they're not thinking about you in terms where you're not on the same page as far as that's concerned. And they may be playing around. They may be trying to hide or creep. It suggests that there may be some things that, haven't been, talked about, as far as the status of what you're doing with each other. And so this is where saying my name comes in, right? All right. And so it's across the board. Men want this, women want this. We want to know, and it's the conversation that comes up that some people have issue with, is, where we stand. But that's where it comes down to. Saying my name is about where you all are standing, because when somebody expresses to you that, they're serious about you, that they're claiming you in a relationship, that you're the person or you're their person, And that makes a difference. It tells the person where you stand. And so if you haven't had that conversation before this moment comes up, then you don't feel such a way. But if you've had this conversation and it's your understanding that you all are working toward more, but the person doesn't say your name, doesn't claim you, doesn't do that, then that's something that you have to go back and talk about, right? And it affects women and men the same, because it is very revealing at these moments in time where this happens. However, when the person does go ahead and say your name, when they do all these things, the person on the other side of it feels secure. They feel that the person is serious. They are good to go, and they can now, instead of focusing on what are we, they can focus on the relationship and growing in the relationship. And so saying my name, saying the name is kind of important, right? And those, for that matter. And so let me know what you think about that. While we're waiting in this month of November, we may not be at this place of, say my name, but sometimes we are. Sometimes we are already in a connection. We're in a non-sexual connection. We are going toward with the marriage. We're going toward with that long engagement. We are waiting. And sometimes it's together. It is awesome to see that when couples decide to do that together. And yeah, and so you may not be at that place. However, it's something that we have all experienced, or we will experience at one time. And it's about just being on the same page. It's not something that you should really get too upset about, especially if you haven't had that conversation. However, if this conversation has been had and then the expression doesn't reflect the conversation, it's definitely a need to go back and have the conversation, or bring up the conversation again, so that you're on the same page and that everybody is in agreement, because it's all about agreement. Now, if the conversation hasn't been had, there's nothing to be upset about. There's nothing to feel. There has not been an agreement, and so you can't feel away, because until there's an agreement, you really are just friends. And so, yeah. So I want to know what you think about that. Is I don't know, something brought it to mind, and I thought I would share it because it's one of the topics I haven't shared as far as relationships are concerned. We want people to say our name, and I think it's just reflects the desire to feel secure about where you stand in a relationship. So let me know what you think. It's something, like I said, you may have experience, and while we're on this journey, even still may experience if you're in a connection already. Okay? All right. Other than that, I'm going to leave it there. We have an assignment this weekend. This is the long weekend. It's a long weekend for a lot of people. It's a holiday weekend, and so you have time to do this. I think for this particular holiday, in the past I found there's lots of free time. This is one of those holidays that there's just lots of time, and so there may be time for you to go ahead and do that and work on your all the steps toward with doing your vision board. All right, so I hope you do that, because it's really important to go ahead and do that when everything is in the right time to do that, which is right now. And so go ahead and do that, and I'll talk about it again. I'll just leave a link, about it. So, and yeah, and so that's what I have for you today for tea time. Yes, we're talking about relationships. All right. If you have any suggestions for future topics, or comment on what I just talked about, go ahead, feel free, and let me know. All right? All right, so I hope everybody's doing well on your journey. You're almost to the end of the month, and you've almost made it through. And so, you're almost there. So stay strong. I hope you're doing well. Remember, I do have the course, I have the book, and so those things are there to help you. And so go ahead and pick them up if you need to. And, I have bunches of videos that you can look at, just for more, of my insight on the no fap and celibacy journey. Okay? And so, hope you're doing well. Stay strong, stay strong, stay strong. You can do this. You're almost there. You're almost there. Just a little bit way to go. Especially if it's just this month, you're almost there. You can do it. Okay? All right. All right, y'all. And so, on that note, I will see y'all soon. Once again, love and gratitude.